All right, so good afternoon once again, programmers. Welcome to this session today to cope up the missed lessons and topics for the past 1 week, I guess, 1 or 2 weeks. We are going to discuss sets theory. So for this module, we're gonna be talking about most of the lessons will be relating to theory, sets theory, sets operations, sets functions, and everything about sets, and even applications of sets, particularly in computer science or information technology. As to where do we apply and implement this kind of mathematical concepts. Now, set theory is believed to be it's very important in computer science, particularly in the computer programming, no competitive programming, because it is believed to be useful tool for formalizing and reasoning about computation and the objects of computation. As we all know, we are surrounded with objects, and objects can be defined uh, by different elements and domain. So set theory is actually indivisible from logic, where computer science has its roots. So because almost everything that we do in computer is correlating directly to, or has correlation to mathematical concepts or mathematics. Okay, so let me start with defining the sets theory. Again, if you guys have questions or queries, you can throw it to me, so I'll be able to answer your if there are clarifications. Now, what is set? Okay, when we talk about set, it is actually a branch of mathematics. It's one of the branches of mathematics where uh, the sets and sets operations will be discussed. No, sets and sets functions, and it is, as we all know, we are surrounded with objects, and objects can be defined through or characterized through its members and its functions. Then in mathematics, we used to know, even in our high school, now we have this in our high school na discussion, that sets are really useful in learning advanced mathematics, particularly algebra, calculus, and probabil probab probability and statistics. So this time we're going to be talking about sets. So we have seen a lot of list collections of objects in our surroundings. Like for an instance, we see a sets of animals, no, a sets of dogs, a sets of cats, as a sets of students, a list of faculty members, a list of um, sports, something like that. So those are sets. It's a collection of distinct objects where in no particular order, meaning to say it can be either in chronological order or arranged in or sorted in the data in order. It doesn't matter at all. So meaning to say, as long as there is collection of objects in a particular matter or based on a particular or specific matter, like when we say a list of basketball players, so we usually have our numbers behind our shirt, and these are sets of players where they get to have their favorite numbers. So, and that's an example of a set. No, they as we observe, pwedeng walay one, pwedeng walay two, or basta dili siya in no particular order. So when we talk about set, it contains a particular data or members, and we called it as an element. So any value or data inside of a set, or we can describe that as a member of a set, is called an element or a member of that particular set. So we used to denote the notation, this one. This notation means that it is an element of an object is an element of a particular set. So as an example, we have here a data X. A data X is an element of a universal set A, such that every element of that particular set is belong to a universal set A. So we're gonna be talking different types of sets. So we have like infinite sets, singleton, and many different types of sets, including universal sets. So here I highlighted that capital letters are used to denote sets. So therefore, this is a set, regardless of it is a subset or a universal set or even a power set. Then letters, I mean lowercase letters are used to denote a members of that set. So and then curly braces to depict a list of elements in that set. So if ever we put the a certain value or specific value inside of that delimiter curly braces, that means that all the data containing in that curly braces are what we call the members of our set. Okay? Do you guys have questions? Na bay mga questions, clarifications? Do you guys understand the idea of sets now? We have this in our high school.
Yes po sir, nasabtan ako sir.
Okay, that's good. Very good. Okay, next. Example. I have already given you example earlier. Now this time we're going to have more examples. So a set of English vowels. So when we talk about the set of English vowels, it's the universal set is the English alphabet. The English alphabet from A to Z. All right? But when we talk about a set of English vowels, it is filtered out into a, i, u, u. No? So, yung five vowels na lang. Yung A, E, O, U. So, or particularly A, E, I, O, and U. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes,
Sure.
sir.
Ay, sorry, sorry. And then we have a group of players in NBA's Miami Heat team. So, sino sila? Kinsa man Khalil, yes.
Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Kyle Lowry, Victor Oladipo, Max Strus, Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero.
Wow, impressive. Were you part of the team?
Fan kog basketball po sir.
Ay, that's good. Okay. So every person which is who is rather part of the team is or can be considered as the elements of that particular set. Sige, a group of planets. So ano yung mga group of planets? Okay, let me call sige, tingnan natin. We have here, let me call. Who got her hands raised? Si Tilan. Where's Tilan? Zia?
Sir,
Okay, a group of planets. Can you give me at least three?
group of planets, sir, or planets po? Group talaga, sir?
Yeah, I mean set of planets.
Like yung Mercury, Venus, Earth, sir?
Okay, very good. Okay, class participate. We have, what's your family name, Khalil? Khalil? Khalil. Back na Gimon. What's your family name? Khalil Rodriguez. Okay. Earth, Mercury, Saturn, oh, those are the sets of planet or group of planets. Next is we have a set of natural numbers, a set of whole numbers, a set of real numbers. So real numbers meaning it has decimal point, no real. Like we used to apply this, or when we talk about real numbers, uh, any numbers that has decimal point. So either float, currency, or in MySQL it's called currency and or double. Then we have number of colors in a rainbow. So again, it's very easy to identify the set. Okay? So naay pangutana guys? Wala. Naay pangutana, wala?
Wala, sir.
Wala, sir.
Wala. Okay, next. So, what's historically when we talk about set, it was George Cantor, no, who initiated the concept of theory, set theory rather. So, while he was working on the trigonometric series, so basta he was the father of sets. So, and later that there were a lot of mathematicians who implemented and used sets in calculus, in algebra, and trigonometric calculations, no, trigonometric calculations. So sets can be helpful if we are going to study about relations, functions, which are implemented in when we talk about relations, these are actually applied in uh, relational database management system, particularly MySQL, no, and MS SQL, functions, sequences, probability, and geometry. Now let's talk about how do we represent the sets. No, mathematically we have to know how to read a how to create sets in a mathematics na manner. So there are two ways on how do we represent sets. Number one is the set roster and the other one is set builder. Now, when we talk about set roster notation, we use the curly braces to represent the elements or the members of that set, and we use a what they call this one. Inside of it are the list of the members of that particular set. One now similar to set builder notation, only that we use a uh, certain symbol. Like for an instance, we have here set builder notation x such that x you read that as x, or x is an element of a particular set which is a counting number from 2 to 6. So example, we have here n is the set of counting numbers from 1 to 6, this one. So any number between 2 and 6 inclusive, included 2 and 6. So in the if we use to represent it in via set roster notation, this is how we do it. N is equal to, or N is a set where it contains elements 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Very easy. Now, how about in set builder notation? We use this x such that x. This is how you read it. So x such that x, pwede rin na x is an element of n or a, depending on what symbol or what letter did you use in your set. So pwede rin yung kanina I'm gonna show you this one. Pwede rin itong gamitin niyo instead of the pipeline, no, the or symbol. So you can also use this one. So there are certain books that instead of using the pipeline or the yung what they call this one, the vertical line, we used to denote it with this one, element. Okay? So, but usually some books prefer to use colon. So, this is how you read it again. X such that X is a counting number from 1 to 6. Okay? Now, let's proceed. So, in set theory, these are the following symbols that we use to these are common and standard way of denoting a specific or certain numerical values. Okay, so we have n. This represents natural numbers. So we have 9, 13 as an example of natural numbers. So all positive integers. Then Z represents all integers, including positive and non-negative integers. So in computer science, we call this as computer programming, we call this as signed integers, while n are the unsigned integers. So particularly in C++ data typing, we don't have that one in Python anymore. but in C and C++, it's explicitly you can define an integer to only store a certain value, which is pwede lang na mag-store siya negative, and whenever you input non-negative values to that particular variable, it will not be accepted. So that's how you you can filter out data entry from the users, no, unsigned and signed integers. You just have to pair with unsigned word, unsigned int a, something like that, or signed int a. So that's how you do it in several programming languages. But with Python and other advanced other new programming languages, wala na siya. Okay? And then we have Q. Q represents fractions, no? So rational numbers. So 13 over 9, ayan, negative 6 over 7, and etc. And then for R, we used to, it is used to denote real numbers. So as I've told you, these are normally currency or those numbers that have decimal point. Please remember those symbols as we are going to, when we are going to create sets, we used to, it would be better if we follow the symbol, the standard symbol of how we represent numbers in creating sets. And C is for complex numbers. Python uses complex number as I, no, 3i. So if you have tried it out in Python, you can have 3i plus 5. So 3i represents the complex number. Yeah. Okay. In Java, in C++, you can represent complex number using a string. But with Python, it has really a explicit keyword that is being used, which is I paired with any number or any value number or any integer value. Okay, so again, we have N, Z, Q, R, C. And I guess it's pretty much easy to remember. Now, let's talk about the set's cardinality. What do you mean by cardinality? Cardinality is the is a number of elements in that particular sets, or a number of data in that particular sets. Example, we have sets of 1, 4, 3, 5. If you see any symbol, okay, this one, no, what symbol is this? This is like two ors, but in between, that's the delimiter we use for or, but we can have this as parang basta any verticular vertical symbol that represents cardinality. So meaning to say, we in our sets 1, 4, 3, 5, the cardinality of this set is 4. Okay, it's easy. So if we apply this in programming, we use the length usually, length or len in C++. Same with Python, we have size or length, or basta if we are going to declare an array of 5 numbers, we just have to call the length of that array, and that will display the cardinality of a particular set. So yeah, this is an example of cardinality of a set. Now, how about the second one? Second example implies that it is an infinite set. When it is an infinite set, meaning it's a never-ending value containing in that particular set, or it's a never-ending number. So it's a counting number from 1 to the infinity. So you use the symbol as this one, infinity symbol. So because it's a never-ending it's a never-ending counting numbers, no, from 1 to the infinity. Okay, so we cannot identify a cardinality of set for that, because again, mahurot na lang imuhang life, di pa ka mahuman og count up to zintillion, up to quintillion, basta di ka mahuman og count na. It's a counting number from 1 to infinity. Clear?
Yes po.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, we use infinity set. Okay, yan. Uh, the, why it has like this? Kay, I have actually I have done recording of this topic or lessons uploaded in Schoology. So ito sila. So I elaborated example of this topic or lessons in our I mean I made a video recording for this. That's why na siya yung mga drawing. Okay, now let's talk about the uh, cardinality further. So when a cardinality is an empty set, it we denote zero. This one. That's why in programming, zero must be represented with this symbol. When we write zero, as in zero, we have to have a diagonal line, okay, in the middle of the number. Kasi if this one doesn't have this one, it can mean anything. Pwede siya O, pwede possible, pwede Q, no? But most likely pwede siya O. So it's that is how we represent zero. Mapansin mo pag nagaprogram jud ang isa ka bata or isa ka tao, it's because he knows this one. That zero in programming must be represented with this symbol. So this one is an empty set. Therefore, the cardinality for this set is zero. Now, how about if the sets is believed to be greater than or equal, or if they are equal? Okay, pwedeng less than or equal, less than, greater than, or if it's equal. So how do we know that? If there are two sets that have the same cardinality, or meaning they all have the same size regardless of the members, then we call that as the equal set. Okay, so this is the example. So let A is a set with members 1, 2, and 3, and let B with members A, B, and C. Then therefore, the cardinality of A and B are both equals to 3. Okay, it's easy. Now the other one is, how about the infinite set? If we talk about finite set. If we talk about finite set, I'm talking about of the third block here, or third square. So we have here, let S as a set with data or members 1, 2, 3. Then therefore, the cardinality of that set is 3. Okay, there's another example. If you have an infinite set, as just like what I had earlier, we used to denote it with an infinity symbol. Now, what about if one set is either less than or greater to less than or greater than the other set? So we used to denote this symbol the same with what we had in our previous lessons. So example we have here, let X having members 1, 2, and 3, and Y we have also 1, 2, 3, but this time it has two additional members 4 and 5. Then therefore, the cardinality of our X is 3 and the cardinality of Y is 5. Then therefore, we can conclude that X set or set X is less than Y. So meaning there are elements, okay, set X has elements fewer than elements that there are in Y. So the same that applies in if we have set X greater than set Y. So the cardinality of X is greater than Y if Y has fewer elements compared to X. Alright? So, dali na siya, no? Very elementary. Now, let's talk about Do you guys have questions? Natay questions, guys?
Answer.
Wala. Okay, thank you. Ang nagatubag maadto sa langit. Okay, types of sets. So let's talk about the types of sets. We have number one, empty set, singleton set, finite set, infinite subset, equal, equivalent, power, and universal set. So we're going to go over them one by one in the few slides or in the next or in the subsequent slides. So when we talk about empty set or null set, it is any set with no elements at all. Okay? How do we know that a set is an empty set? If it is it has zero elements, therefore it is an empty set. So example, we have S is a set wherein any elements or any element X such that X is an element of an N set and the numbers should be greater than 7 but not greater than 8. Okay, or shall I say 7 less than to the X and X should be less than Y. So since there is no number which is less than 7 but not greater than 8, therefore we can say that this set is an empty set because there's no such thing as number in the between 7 and 8. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Unless nag-ano siya og real numbers here. Probably 7.2, 7.5, 7.3. Pwedeng we can count 7.1, 7.2, 7.2, 7.3, 7.4 up to 7.9. So, unless dili siya whole numbers ang gigamit, real numbers. Okay, so it depends on what symbol we actually use. Now, this one, natural numbers. So since there is no such value in between 7 and 8, which is a whole number, therefore the set is an empty set. Okay, can you give me an example of an empty set, Chicote? At least, Chicote, Chicote. Where are you? Chicote, is Chicote around? So, Chicote. So, wala si Chicote. I cannot wait forever. So, how about Makasuhot? Makasuhot?
Ay number, sir.
Aw, what? Sige. Chicote, can you give me an example of an empty set or null set?
Kanang walay number, sir.
Example nga. Sige, like in ani. Or you say S or A or B or C. Ana, X such that X is an element of, so example in any example? Like for an instance, mm, an empty wallet. That's that's an empty set. No, if that wallet doesn't have anything, and any containing value or any containing parang walay sulod in short or bag-o pa na wallet, no. See what else? It can pwedeng hindi naman, pwedeng dili siya number ha, pwedeng dili number, pwede anything. So na nag-chat tanaw na to. Yes, Jethro, Bill, Jethro, rather. Bill, Jethro,
A dog with 5 legs, sir.
a dog with 5
Legs.
legs. Wala ba? 1 in a million, wala? As in wala? O, sige, pwede, Jethro. Sa apelyido ni Jethro?
Logan po, sir.
Logan?
Apa.
Ana? Tama? Okay, very good. So, dogs with 5 legs. Very good. That's a good argument. That's a good empty set. Flying pigs. Naa katong sa salida si Krishna. Elephant na ito, no? Very good, Krishna. That's an example of an empty set. So, flying pigs. Any up is a set of animals, particularly pigs, that can fly. So, walay no such Krishna. Sana yun si Krishna. Pilyedo ni Krishna, Soledad. So, man siya ni istorya, ano lang ni, nainti lang ni. Alright, so that's empty set. Next is we have finite sets. What about finite sets? Finite sets has a certain range of numbers or certain range of values, meaning it can be counted. Okay? Kaya nga siya gitawag og finite. It's clear, it's explicit. There is a range of values or members in that particular set. So it can be counted. So we have here S is a set with X such that X is an element of N or any element of N sets wherein we have any value which is greater than 70 but not greater than 50. Or shall I read it properly, no? Para di ma-confuse. Any 70 is greater than X or X is greater than 50. Meaning to say, these numbers are between what? 51,
51 to
between,
69.
yeah, not between 51, but between 50 and 70, which is 51. Tama ka, 51. I mean, not between 51. Basta na-confuse ha, unless na equals, no, including 50. Okay? And including 70. But this time, since it doesn't have an equal sign, meaning to say only 51 to 69. Okay? So, meaning we can identify here that if, let's say, magbutang ta diri og 85. 85 is not an element of this set. Why? Because although 85 is greater than, because 85 is greater than 70, meaning 70, if we test it out, if we evaluate na to using this, using this one, no, this expression, 70 is greater than 85. That's actually false. So meaning 85 is not part of this particular set. Now, um, what about 60? What about 69? Alconera. Alconera. Well, 69 can be a member of the sets of the set. This one here,
Yes, sir.
Alconera.
Right.
Why?
Unsa man to, sir? 70 to
Yeah, sige, go ahead. It's your knowledge serves you right. Just go ahead. Yeah, ayaw katawa kay ang katawa dili man na ang tubag. Sige, Alconera, go ahead.
unsa na ito, sir?
Tay, 69. Is 69 be the element of the set X S?
Yes.
Yes. Ingon ka yes. How? Because
Naman ang kwan, sir. Naman ang 50 ug ang 70.
naman ang 50 o 70. Sige, sounds mysterious pero sige. Because 69 is in between 50 and 70. That's
Okay.
the easiest but if we test it out, 70 X is the value of X is 69. Meaning is 70 greater than 69. That's true. How about is 69 greater than 50? That is still true. Meaning to say 69 therefore is an element of this set. Okay? But yes, you're correct, Alconera. I'm just trying to confirm, no, or validate whether you really understand it. Okay, so very good. Next, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are finite sets. So finite sets, there are certain range of values or certain range of numbers, and it can be counted. No? So bahalag taas pa kayo na siya pila ka millions, basta it can be counted. It has beginning and it has end. Sana all. Beginning and end. Murag relationship, no? Magsugod.
Sana all.
So Lagi pag inana na istoryahan, mugara na. Murag relationship, may lang sa sugod. Pero kabalutan mahuman ra gyapon, no? So murag loops ba sa programming pa. Kana gani kabalo kang ginapatuyok-tuyok ra ka pero nalingaw gyapon ka, di ba?
Agoy! Agoy! Ay, nga na, sir. Ay, nga na ba? Inay.
Di ba inana ang loop, guys, no? Kung finite kung ang loop is not an infinite set, kabalo ka na mag-start siya at a certain value, pero kabalo ka na mag-end siya at certain value. Pero mag-enjoy gihapon ka bisan gipatuyok-tuyok ra ka sa loop, no? So, yeah, that's an example of finite sets. An infinite set example sa loop is if dili siya a non-terminating loop, no, or infinite loop. So it's a never-ending loop, walay katapusan na set. If and only if kana na mga loops kanang probably ang logical statement niya is either intentionally na gimali or mali jud siya. Pwede ta maka-infinite set, infinite loop even without numbers. Katong for loop lang niya, colon tanan. It will give us an infinite loop. Pero sometimes magka-infinite loop ta when everything or when a logical expression is evaluated always to true, meaning it's always true and it will never becomes false. So walay occurrence na mag-false ang logical expression, either intentionally ba ito nagibuhat niya or unintentionally. Na mga instances when we try to program, especially when we do trial and error in our loops. So ayan, we'll try that one in during our laboratory session. So supposed to be dapat ugma no ma-apply na nato ang kanina mga sets. Okay. Or kanina mga application of sets. Sige, now another if a set is not a finite set, it cannot be counted, it does not end, it's forever, walay katapusan. So unta na na love na dili mag-fade ihang love, no? Ang relationship will last forever. So that is an example of infinite set. Okay, it's a never ending. So we use ellipse to represent an infinite set if we use set roster notation or set builder notation, this one here. So why this one becomes an infinite set, Mr. Babae na punta? Michelle Banwag. Is Michelle Banwag around? I'm sure she is because she's here in the call, in the session. Michelle Banwag. Michelle, rather. Hi, Michelle. You have such a beautiful name. And you will be more beautiful if you will answer my question. Michelle. Michelle. Where are you, Michelle? So, ayaw ni Michelle. Sige, let's call in another girl. O kani, si Paula Rejas. Where's Paula? Si Miss Beautiful Paula Rejas.
Sir, kay waman siya ending na number, sir.
I like this one. How do you prove that this set is a never-ending number? Because
Continuous.
continuous. Tama man, tama. Pero sige, can you prove to me that this is an infinite set? Because it is. Sige, go ahead. What's the logic behind this particular set? Why is it an infinite set? Rehas. Paula.
Sir, wala man siya ending, sir.
Walay ending. It's because any number greater than 10 cannot be counted. Tama? Tama. Okay? Because all numbers greater than 10. That's the word there. Because all numbers, that's your argument ha. That's it. Kung nanay mga question sa ato ang exam pohon or sa atong mga assessments, i-prove na ninyo like why this set is an infinite set, because all numbers greater than 10 is to the infinity. So when you count numbers from starts with 10, which is 11, no, I mean starts with 11, 11, 12, up to the infinity, because all numbers greater than 10 cannot be counted anymore, kasi up to in the infinity yan siya. Okay? So you just don't tell kay continuous, no? So the keyword there is this one, this expression right here. So that is how your argument should be valid, and what makes your argument be valid when you state the facts that all members of this particular set are all numbers greater than 10. And if we say all numbers greater than 10, these are, we mean all numbers really up to the infinity, no? 11 up to the infinity. And with this one, 2, 3, yes, thank you, Rehas, thank you, Paula. Now, we have 1, 2, 3, and we use the ellipse to represent infinity. Therefore, it's a counting number from 1 to the infinity, 1, 2, 3 to the infinity. So it's still continuous, tama, and it's never ending number. That's infinite set. Now, sige, let's make this one fast. Pag singleton set, any set with only one value, or with only one element. So meaning the cardinality of this set is 1. Murag ako single. Murag ikaw single. Okay, sa may mga single dala. Nangatulog mas ko yung mga bataan eh.
Si Mark, sir, si Mark.
Secret. Okay, so singleton set. Sige na, example of a singleton set or unit set. Lirasan.
Present.
Lirasan. Aski sa to? One. An example of, sige, kanina lang question. Why this one is a singleton set?
Kung ano, sir? Kana single naman siya, sir.
because because there is
sir, anong na single mo siya, sir? Kaya isa lang amo kaya single element, sir.
mao lang. Because there is only one number between 7 and 9, and that is 8. Yeah, singleton set. Okay.
Limon ko na siya, sir.
Kinsay single? Si Dakara. Pili single si Dakara. Sorry na lang ka.
Unsa, sir?
Wala.
Unsa, sir? Unsa, sir?
Anak ko dili ka single. Sorry na lang si Lirasan. Sige. All right, another example. Can you give me basta uyab-uyab kamo, no? Basta uyab-uyab nag-istoryahan wa na. Very good. This one is very good. Oh, Kabas. I like this ano, Kabas. So sige, si Kabas ganahan ko President of the Philippines, because there is only one Philippines in the Philippines. So tama, no? There could be only one, wadi para sa uban nasod na daghan og leaders na ka-level sa president. Head of a person.
Husband, sir.
Husband. Sure jud ka.
Yes,
Isara,
sir.
isara, monogamos.
Isa ra jud.
Isara jud, wala na ilain.
Wala na.
Di na dungagan.
Di na guro.
Okay. Biological father, head of a person. Tama. Very good, Miles. Very good, Katalan. Sige, apil na lang nako niya. Wait. Husband. Sige, apil na to ni kay Dakara kay isa raman. Ato ni pasalamatan kay isa ra jud ihang husband. Pero nano ni kay husband. Empty set pa man siguro so kay husband.
Ay, sana all.
Ah,
Uncle.
Lozano. Very good. Lozano, Catalan. Nabay, nabay kuan. Na curious ko sa yung head of a person. Kanang head, kanang abi no, head of a house. Isa lang, kanang ulo, pasabot niya, head of a person. Biological father. Pwede naman 'di ba katong AI, artificial insemination na duha mo kabuk papa, 'di ba? Pwede. Is there an instance ba na duha imong papa because duha imong biological father if and only if 'di ba kanang mga married couple na puro lalaki ug lalaki tapos ano na siya didto sa
Surrogacy ang tawag na,
oh,
sir. Surrogate.
surrogate gani o AI o mag-surrogate siya i-ano sa then na babae na mag unsay tawag ana mag ano sa baby pero both ilahang oo. So sige pero ano na nato na kay usually katong sa unang panahon isa ra jud ang biological father nato so katalan. Tama na kay daghan na kayo. Kuan sir aircon sa maklab patay oy apil yung aircon sa maklab sige kung ano nimo na into mathematics unsaon man na nimo if state na nimo Rolando Jesus dakan mag Jesus usa pangalan nga Jesus or Savior na Jesus apuhon na lang na inyong mga chat okay sige next okay padayon ta para pag next meeting nato mag program ta ani nila so programo nato ni tanan para mahawd mo sa mga para inig competitive programming na mga competitions magamit ninyo ni sila na mga concepts or algorithm. Okay? Sige. Let's proceed with power set. Now kaning power set tapon ni sa ato ang high school no. So this is a power set is any set of all subsets in that particular set. Example, kung may naatay set 1, 2 including empty set, then you individualize the set 1. So meaning you're going to create ordered pairs for this. I mean ordered pairs for this and then the individual number of or the individual value of that set including empty set and an individual member of that set. So example, we have 1 and 2. 1 and 2 power set of 1 and 2 can be this one, kani empty set 1, a singleton 1, 2 singleton and then ordered pair 1 and 2. Okay? So in the case na inyohan ang ibutang 2 1 dili na siya appeal no okay, because 1 and 2 and 2 and 1 is equals we call it as an equal set. So again dili nyo appeal ang 2 1 because as explained earlier or as defined earlier in no particular order even if it doesn't matter if they are not in order okay as long as they all have the same value okay kay kung maingon ta og iro bisan baliktaron nato ng iro jud na siya. Okay, so if they all have the same value, regardless of their order, it's still the same. So we called it, in fact, we called it as an equal set. Did you know that power set is used by, it's an algorithm that is used for search engine. Kanang mo type tag kuan, mag-type ta sa example, type ta diri sa, wait for an instance. Anhita dire, like Google. Then type tag what is computer? Something like that. What is computer? So did you know that this is a power set because every instance of this set, kasi set ito, no? This is a set of alphabets, no? Sets of characters, W, H, A, T, including white space, blank, I, then S, kana, isa-isa na siya. Include anything na I, W, HANT will be searched by your search engine. Maunang, you will be listed with millions of web pages in Google kasi inana siya gihimo. So including WH na naman, then sunod WHA, WHAT and after na niya i-power set ano na po na siya, what is tapos sunod na po is computer tapos what tapos computer, and then what is computer until mahuman niya ang what is computer. That is why kung mapansin ninyo, anything na makita nyo dra is kanang mga related about na ay what, na ay is, na ay computer. So even mo adto pa ka og next 10 mo shift ka from or navigate ka from 10 kani ika 10 na what you call this one, basta ika 10 na page, no? So and this will not, I guess, I don't know if how much web pages ang gina-display ani. So basta this is anything related to this keyword is being searched. No? So yan ang gina-search. Several web pages will be visited and tanaw niya kung ang keyword na what is computer. So what is, what computer, and even is computer, and kanang individual na WH80. So that's how PowerSet is. So inana ang ato ang search engines. Kasi kung dili na natong search engines, probably dili na siya mag-display og several sites na medyo daghan kayo. That is why kung napansin niyo, if it has several web pages, para magdaan, para naa ka sa number 1, diri ka sa number 1, rather, diri ka sa first page jud ang imong navigation, sorry, asa naman to? Para diri jud ka sa first web, sa first site, kaning number 1, mo nang ginabuhat sa uban na nag-optimize sila, nag-SEO sila, no? Search Engine Optimization. Mo na yung mga role sa SEO. Okay, Search Engine Optimizer, para when they search a certain keyword, mag-top up ilahang website. Kung mag-top ilang website, syempre kung kana ang top na adra 1, 2, 3, most likely kana ang pilion sa users. For sure, kung mag-search mo what is computer, di na mo matug ika 100 na page. Tama ba? Mato pa mo sa ika 100, dili na. Mato pa mo, dili na.
Dili na, sir.
Dili na. Syempre, kung dili na, oy, kay kung naa na siya sa imong atubangan, mangita pa makaglain, di ba? Tama ba? Kung naa na siya sa imong atubangan, nga mangita pa kaglain, di ba, Jerlyn? Ingon ka, one husband. You remember?
Kalimot ko po sa internet, sir.
Infinite husband, grabe po ka. Infinite husband na, grabe ni si Jerlyn ba? Sige lang, Je. Kinana man jud ka, Je. Okay? Sige, lingaw ko sa inyong chat. Sir, birthday ni Gisalyn. Sige, let's... Happy birthday, Gisalyn. Happy birthday, Gisalyn. Happy birthday na ni mo, Gisalyn. Man ang ano niya, ano ang kaon na to na. Gisalyn.
Happy birthday, Gisalyn.
Happy birthday, Gisalyn. Unta, you will have kuan good life and lots of husbands. Okay. It's Jerlyn, dili na Jerlyn. All right, next. There we have universe. Sige. Sige na, unya na, enough for that. Unya na nang gara-gara. Okay. Kay humano na to ni. Time check, it's already sa oras na. 3:13 dapat mahuman nato tayo by 3. Early ta mahuman karon. Mga 3:59.
Yay!
3:59 human na ta. Okay, supposed to be dugay di mahuman kay naman ta tay mga activities, but we will do the activities there during our face-to-face session na lang. Okay, universal set. So what's with universal set? So when we talk about universal set, this is the collection of all elements. So we use universal set to identify as whether a set is a subset or a proper subset or a non-proper subset, which is we will be discussing about proper subsets later on. So example of this one, all positive integers. And then we say then let's say we have all positive integers 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have another set. Let's say let x is equal to x such that uh, x is an element of universal set U, this one, which is add numbers. So that particular set X containing odd numbers, which are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 to the infinity, is a subset of universal set U. Do you understand, guys? Nakuha?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, another example. All animals on earth. All animals on earth. So pag mayroong tag all animals on earth, animals can be categorized into mammals, reptiles, amphibians, even humans. Humans. Apil sa mammals ang humans, no? Tama?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
po,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Mm-mm.
Mammal.
Oo. So, that meaning, all humans is a subset of mammals, and mammals is a subset of animals. So, ana siya. That's the hierarchy, no? So, ang pinaka super set anang animals,
Life on Earth.
life on earth,
Organic life on Earth.
species,
Ayan.
species guro sa ba?
Bio.
Bio, okay.
Biosphere.
Bio rin.
Anything that has life, no? Bio, o sige, bio, or species. Tama ba? Animals, bio, anything that has life. Okay, sige, bio. Bio means life. Anyway, so whatever that is, whatever that may be, basta that's the universal set. Pero dili na ta mo go far, and all animals on earth can be an example is an example of a universal set. Are humans and animals? Animal unsay term, unsay tawag nato ana sa science gani sila? Animal kingdom, no?
Yes.
Oo.
Animal kingdom.
Okay. Next is equal set. So, kung mayong tawag equal set, guys, ikapoy naman ko eh. Kung mayong tawag equal set, any set with any set with both the same elements, as in pareha, regardless of the order of the members. So, if we say let A 1 to 6 as the elements of A and B with 6, 1, 2 elements. So although ano siya, not in particular order, but they all have the same elements, we call it as an equal set. So gapo kay ni i-program, no, if i-program nato ni siya puhon kay i-test nato every index of that set, i-cross check nato to the other array, then basta lingaw kaya mga program na to ani pagka next meeting. So we'll do these things in our next meeting. Okay, mga programming. So that is an equal set. But if we say naman that a set is equivalent set, they all have the same cardinality, but pwede na they will not have the same members. So parehaan eh. Ang A nato is 1 to 6. Ang B nato is has 16, 17, 22 as their elements. Meaning A is equivalent to B because the cardinality of A and B is equal to are both 3. So that is equivalent set. Pag the same exact gani value, that is equal set. That's the difference between equal and equivalent set. Okay, how about the complement of set? Okay, ang complement of set pura ni siya og sa negation, no, na any set of a particular set, let's say A, that does not part in the other set. Okay, so example, we have two sets here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the universal set, and the subset is A, which has 1 and 2. Therefore, the complement of A is 3, 4, 5 because these are the members or elements that are not in universal set but that are not in A. Klaro ba? Clear ba, guys? So that's complement set. So daghan-daghan kayo mong i-memorize, no? So ano-ano ha lang ninyo to, review lang niyo ni siya because I'll be posting this one in our Schoology. So that's the complement of set. So any set that are not in the universal set. Okay, subset can be proper and improper. So ang subset is can be proper or non-proper subset. If we say subset muna tayo. A subset can be denoted using the symbol this one, no? This is a symbol that is used to denote a subset. You denote a subset if all elements or if and every element of that particular set is also an element of another set. Let's say set X and set Y. So example, let 1 and 2 be the element of set X and we have Y which has elements 1, 2, and 3. Therefore, X is a subset of Y. Okay? And we say that this X or 1 and 2 is a subset of 1, 2, 3. And we can say that this one is a proper subset of 1, 2, 3. Okay? Because the second set has more elements than the first set. That is how you compare, that is how you imply proper subset. Pag improper subsets, example kani, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 in the X and Y with elements 1, 2, and 3, although we can say that Y is a subset of X, however, it's not a proper subset of X because all elements of X can be found in the elements of Y. Specifically, we call this as an what? Either equivalent set or equal set. Basta equal set or equivalent set usually, but not all equivalent set, guys, ha? Remember always this one. Not all equivalent set is a proper subset. Okay? Equal subset is not a proper subset. Yes, all equal subset is not a proper subset. So that's the difference between proper and non-proper subsets.
So, ano sir, yung, kuwari, magiging proper subset lang siya kapag few numbers lang. Kapag all
Yes.
numbers yan siya, improper subset.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, but not yung sabi ko kanina ha, not all equivalent subset is subset kasi 'di ba ang equivalent subset kay ang ginatest niya is only the cardinalities but not the elements. Was it you Miles, no?
Okay.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so that's it, no? Next is proper subset, that's it, no? If it has fewer, the other subset has fewer elements compared to the other set. And what symbol do we use? This one. Kanisha. Okay? Sige. Overlapping set. We say an overlapping set pag sinabing overlapping set, any set that are common to the both sets. Mura siyang intersection, no? Set operation na intersection. Particular saan sila nag-i-intersect. Example, we have let A 1, 2, 6, let B 6, 12, 4, 2. The common number or element in this particular set is 6. Therefore, this is what we call overlapping sets. Meaning to say, we can evaluate the sets as an overlapping set because there is an element that are both present in the two sets. Okay? So that's equivalent set. So kabaliktaran naman sa overlapping set is disjoint sets. If we say disjoint sets, this is no? Disjunction. Okay? If there is no common element of the two sets. Example, you have two cardinalities in both of your sets, 1 and 2, and the other one 3 and 4, but they don't have anything in common, or they don't have anything that are similar in similar members. Okay, therefore, or walay duplicate na lang, and in short. So therefore, these are disjoint sets. Another 1, 2, 6 as the elements of A, and B 7, 9, 14 with that elements. Therefore, there is no single common element that are present in both sets or common to that to the both sets. Therefore, this is what we call disjoint sets. Okay, so these are other notations that we can use to represent set. No, we have empty set, then we have A union B, or A union B, meaning all sets, you parang i-combine ninyo siya, all members of that set and the other set will be combined. So meron tayong union and union all. Sa mathematics wala, kasi di kaya na siya gina-apply, but in several languages or programming languages, there is this what we call union and union all, and I'm gonna be discussing that one to you. So when we talk about union, it eradicates, or eradicates mean i-exclude niya ang common value. Example, you have two sets na you have two sets, 1, 2, 3, let's say 5. Tapos we have here 7, sabi akong 7. 7, 5, 4, 0. So pwede nato siya i-sort, no? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. But this time, since naa sila common na 5, pag union set, i-exclude nimo ang common, which is 5. So i-exclude nimo, I mean, you will not repeat it. Ang iyahang ano is 1, 2, 3. Basta mag-appear lang siya, mag-occur lang dapat ang isa ka element once. Dili siya twice, dili thrice. So dapat 0 di ay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have 5 and 7. If we use union. Pero pag magamit ang union all, appeal na ang duha ka 5. So meaning, both 5 from set A and set B should be included in your display. So sa mathematics, rare lang kaya na ginagamit na inana. Pero sa programming, naana siya. Okay? Next, speaking of, we are now in the last topic, set operations. So set operations include union sets, intersection, complement, and difference of sets. So there are 4. There are actually a lot of set operations, but these are widely used and common set operations. The union set, intersection, complement, and difference. Pag mingon tag union, nani siya union and union all. So let's talk about this one by one. So the set operations can be best represented using Venn diagram by John Venn. So it is a schematic diagram where we show the relationship of two sets. So example, we have union. We use this symbol to denote union set. So when we say union set, all sets in a certain set and the other set will be combined. Okay, exclude I mean unite, but not repeating those that are common to both sets. Dili i-repeat, okay, pag union. So kaya naman yung reunion, the union of two people, yan. The union of mayroon ng mga reunion, no? You're going to gather all together. So example, let A as a set with elements 2, 5, 7, 8, 10, and 12. And then we have set B with elements 4, 8, 10, and so on. So if we are going to do a union of B, therefore, this will give us a Venn diagram. Sorry, kay katol kay akong ilong. This will have a Venn diagram of like this. So makita nato that they have both sets are na naay common are kani 8 and 10. So actually this is the intersection set, no, the intersection part where they have sets in common. But since union siya, you're going to combine all of them together. So 2, 5, 7, 12 yun. So pwede nyo i-sort pero pwedeng mas okay kung inyo siyang diri mo mag-start with the first set 2, 5, 7, 12, then 8, 10, 4, 11 and 15. So is there anything na common ba sila ha? Naa?
8 and
Ano?
10.
8 and 10. Good eyes. Very good. 8 and 10 Sarah. So therefore, as you can see, 8 and 10 appeared only once. Dili na siya twice. Pag inana, that means union all siya. We use this to denote union all. Okay? So pag union all without removing duplicates. Okay? So yeah, I included it here in database, particularly in mga relational database na ana siya ang union and union all. So i-try na to na pohon sa ato ang programming sa application. So if we do that, therefore, ato ang set now would have 8 and 10 both appeared twice. Okay? So if natay another 8 dire, so kung kapila siya nag-appear pag union all, it will appear really several times. I mean, sir, kung kapila siya nag-appear, kung katulo dapat siya mag-appear. Okay? That is union all. Now, intersection is an opposite of union. So where the particular two sets have elements in common. So dapat yun lang yung kukunin ninyo. Example, we have set A and B both have elements 2, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12, 4, 8, 10, 11, 15 respectively. The common to both sets are 8 and 10, and that is how you draw Venn diagram of the intersection set. Next, set difference. Ano yung set difference? Mura lang siya minus, no? I-minus lang nimo ang isa ka set to the other set. Meaning, you're going to eradicate or you're going to remove all the elements in a set, no? So, di ba natay ginatawag na sa minus no, or sa subtraction, sorry. Sa subtraction natay ginatawag na subtrahend og sa kanina, subtrahend og minuend. Tama ba?
Yes, sir.
Mm-mm.
That ang outcome is difference.
Yes, the difference of 2 no is now meaning A differ to B. So meaning kwaon nimo ang common sets na naa kay tanggalon nimo ang sets or elements na naa kay A which are naa pod kay B. Okay? Tama ba? Oh, oo. So, tama ba na ano na lang ko. So, as we have here, or mali lang ako pagka-state, but example, we have here 2, 5, 7, 8, 10, and 12, 4, 8, 10, 11, 15. We know the common to both. Anong yung common nila gani?
8 and
8,
10.
sir.
8 and 10. Okay. So, 2, since common sa ila ang 8 and 10, now, dili nyo i-appeal ang 11 and 15 because that is in B. Unless, ibaliktad na to ang minuend o subtrahend, B minus A. So, ang B inyong minusan og A. If that is the case, so A minus B, since common sila ang 8 and 10, the remaining elements now are 2, 5, 7, and 12. O gapo po kayo ni i-program pohon guys, no? Malingaw jud mo ani sa programming. So kani makalingaw jud kay gwapo kay ni i-manipulate ang logic ani. Now, how about B ba ni? B minus A. Unsay result sa ato ang set?
4, 11, 15.
Very good. For Miles, is that you?
Yes po.
Naana ka dire?
Yeah.
Asa apelyido ni mo,
Lugano,
Mars?
sir.
Ay, okay. Nanaday ka. Ayun na. Tama na to. So, for we have also 10 exist in A. So, sorry. Mingon na kung na nag-exist ang 10. Basta 11 na siya. Wait. Erase na nato para where is the eraser? Yun. Ayun. So, 11 and 15. Nangatulog na siguro yung mga bata ang uban dire. So, 10, 11, and 15. That is set difference. Now, symmetric difference. So, unsa ang symmetric difference? What's the difference between unsay kalahian ni symmetric difference og ni set difference? By the way, we use the symbol, either this one, the symmetric symbol, or this XOR symbol for symmetric difference. So in the symmetric difference, what do you observe, guys, in our sets? Unsa ang iyang gi-display? Gitanggal niya ang unsay gitanggal niya?
8 and 10, sir.
Okay, very good. Gitanggal niya ang common. Baliktad po siya, no? Gitanggal ang common. This is intersection set minus intersection set, then tanggalon nimo ang elements na nag-intersect sila. So that is symmetric difference. Pero if you're not comfortable with that definition, actually the simplest way is kadto, no? Kuhaon niyo ang common set, tanggalon niyo, and then the remaining sets will be the element of the symmetric difference. Pero if you're not comfortable with that, you can have naman this one. Na basta you will need to remove any element that are present in both sets, okay, where they intersected or intersect. Okay, tama ba ang grammar? And next class would be application of sets in computer science. We will be using Java, Python, and SQL kasi mga mga sikat-sikat na mga logical programming, no? We will use Java and Python for this one, and also SQL as your third generation language kasi ginagamit ni siya for relational relations. Okay, that is our next discussion, and I guess that would be all. Thank you. So sa mga nag-participate, mauni sila ang naay mga points for class participation. I-record na ko ni siya later on. So now I would need you to look at your respective module. Meron na tayong I have already uploaded there your PowerPoint, the PowerPoint. And then we have activities already. Okay? And then so start lang muna kayo muna with 1 and 2, or pwedeng wag na muna. And then for the video recording, this is what I have told you about. Wait, bakit hindi ma-open? What happened? Wait, why it's
Ay, kailangan mo sa i-continue, sir. Yata.
continue lang doon ako. Sorry. Okay, continue. So if here, no, I already discussed in advance sets in Java, set operations in Java, and even tried set programming from scratch. So let me just show to you what is the content of this one. So anong everyday bring back family fun man eh. Are you guys seeing it now?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Add lang yata.
Ay, oo, nanay ads. Sorry, wala mo ko nakatanaw ani. Wala ko nag-upload og mga yan. So ayan ha. So ito na yan ay although syempre i-discuss pa nako ni siya sa inyo ha. Mag-code live ko dito sa MacLab dito sa Jensen third floor. Dito sa MacLab I'm going to reiterate this one again. Ibalikan ako ni siya para sa application of sets para mahawd mo mag-program, especially inyong mga logical especially because na may mga programming competitions, magamit kayo ninyo siya ng mga technique or strategy in terms of competitive programming. No, I mean kani silang mga inaani na mga mathematical concepts, guys, usually ginagamit na ni siya for logical, no? And mo ning ginagamit usually pag gusto ka makuha sa Google as programmer or kanang mga high kanang mga big companies na, no, especially pag mga mag-offer na sila og mga data science, data analytics, ginagamit they mo ni ang ginaano nila sample na mga programming sets. So kani siya, this is a using an what they call this one, using an existing predefined library of set using a set and hash set, which is ang superset ano nila is si hash map. Okay? So pero nag-program pud ko diri og from scratch, as in I reverse engineer the sets, but actually dili tanan akong gihimuan, but and actually makita ninyo na siya diri, sets in Java, sets in Java from scratch kani. I also have here union and intersect in Python, set difference in Python. So you will see all of this in here sa video recording if you want to study in advance. Okay? So, and I guess that would be all. Is there any question?
Okay na po.
Wala na. Alright. So, naay pangutana, guys. Okay, screenshot sa nato inyong ang attendance. Tama ba? Nabasa ng holiday tomorrow? Or unless gusto mo magklase tomorrow, okay ra pod. Basta may ganap ninyo ugma. Lugan, sige. Lugan, ano ta ka? I will cater your query later on after this one. Yeah, it seems like I already discussed, wala pa ta naka-discuss sa tananan, napatay daghang discussions, but next meeting nato would be application of those that we have discussed in programming. So i-program nato so that you're able to appreciate sets theory. So ito, but again, if you want to study in advance, you can actually search for sets anything there sa Google or even in ChatGPT, but I have prepared my own version of sets, okay, in different languages, Java and Python. Ang SQL wala na ako na-appel, so dito na lang sa next meeting nato i-appel. All right, so I guess we call it a day. Thank you guys for joining and have a great day ahead. Yamping mo and always mag-ampo o mag-pray para by the way again, so ito unsa na ganita na week supposed to be dapat karon?